no way that Barcelona have been rejected once again by Nico Williams for the second summer in a row. They told us that this was the week that they were going to sign him. They said that the release clause was going to get activated. They said that Nico Williams was forcing a move away from Bilbao. He only wants Barcelona. Lamine Yamal on Instagram. The guy is posting pictures of them two. Barcelona's bored. Laporta twerking for this player. And he looks at you and rejects you once again. Nico Williams has essentially used Barcelona to get a better contract from Bilbao. You guys were on your knees begging for I Show Speed to be on your left wing. And I wonder now if Barcelona fans are going to get in the comment section and still try and tell me that this guy is a baller now that he's not coming to your club. It's okay. You guys can now be honest. You guys can now self-reflect and say, Carnage, you're right. Nico Williams is a fucking scrub. I tried to tell you, yo, I don't think it's going to be a good signing because I don't think he really adds that much to you. I don't think he's good enough for Barcelona. And the amount of you guys that were in the comment sections, the amount of people that mentioned me crying, saying, watch when Nico Williams cooks in El Clasico. Nico Williams is a world-class player. Nico Williams is this. Nico Williams is that. Well, guess what? Nico Williams is not going to become a Barcelona player. Enjoy Marcus Rashford, okay? That's the kind of guys that you can attract. I'm over there signing Dean Howson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Franco Mastuano, and you're over here chasing Nico Williams. This man had less goals in La Liga last season than Valverde. In the last 5 seasons, Nico Williams, since making his debut for Bilbao's first team, he has less than 20 La Liga goals in his career. This guy is a fucking scrub. And even though I'm going to troll Barcelona, you guys dodged the bullet. I'm going to be real. You dodged the bullet. Nico Williams is not that guy. But I want you to get in the comment section. Barca fans, I'm very interested to see what you have to say. Because you guys were very vocal when I was saying that I didn't think it'd be that good of a deal because he's not that good of a player. So let me know what you're saying. Get in the comment section. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. We got to look at some of these reports and we got to just talk about the madness that this transfer saga has been. Let's get it. As I said earlier, the media told us that this was the week Nico Williams was going to be joining Barcelona. They said that he got a contract offer from them, agreed personal terms, easy peasy. He was going to be forcing the move from Bilbao. They said that he ended his vacation early to make sure that the deal happened between them and Barcelona. He was excited to be playing with Lamine Yamal. He was excited to be playing with his Spanish teammates. And yet, we woke up to some very breaking news. And to be honest, I did not see this coming. We all know what happened last season. We all thought Nico Williams was going to be joining Barcelona after the Euros. It was very heavily publicized that Barca were pursuing him. And then he rejected Barcelona to stay at Bilbao. And I thought that was weird because Barcelona, for as much as I troll, they are an elite club, right? They are a very big club, one of the biggest on this planet. And generally, if they want a player, they can get them. So when Nico Williams decided to stay at Bilbao last summer, it shocked me. And I thought he messed up by not making the switch because I didn't think Barcelona were going to go in for him again. But then they come back this summer. They spin the block. And Barcelona and Bilbao get into this whole heated debate because Bilbao were trying to block this move from happening. Bilbao complained to the Spanish FA basically saying Barcelona should not get Nico Williams because they can't register him. Now, we all know that Barcelona have had issues with registering players, right? Lately, they are a poverty club, okay? They don't got the money and they don't know how to register their players properly. Everybody talks about how Real Madrid, Vardrid and corrupt club and Perez does this and XYZ. But why is it that Barcelona are the team that always gets the rules bended for them so that they can make signings, so that they can register their players? Why is it that Papa Perez had to come in and help Barcelona be able to register Dani Olmo? I think Barca fans, they gotta wake up and understand the rules get broken for their club all the time. But at the same time, I actually stood up for Barcelona. I was like, why does it matter if they can register Nico Williams or not? Like, why do Bilbao care? If the guy has a release clause in his contract, and if Barcelona can activate it, why do they give a fuck if he can get registered by that club? They're still going to get their money. So, this is where I found the situation a little bit iffy. But again, Barcelona fans were calling Atletico Bilbao. I even saw some Barca fans calling them pathetic club because they wanted to keep their player. Well, again, I want to know, what are you guys saying as of right now? So, Fabrizio Romano came out and said Nico Williams signs a new long-term deal to stay at Athletic Club until June 2035. My man is signing a 10-year deal. Not only did he reject you this summer, but he also has committed damn near his entire career to Bilbao. It says the agreement includes new release clause, which is going to up by more than 50% compared to the 58 million previous one, and salary increase. Barcelona deal off due to registration issues. Now, this is what I do not believe. I don't believe that he didn't sign for Barcelona due to registration issues. This is cope. Because if it was due to registration, let's say if that was the only reason why he wasn't going to Barcelona, then why would he be signing a new 10-year deal? He could have just not moved to Barca and then signed maybe like a 1-year extension at Bilbao. Why did it have to be another 10 years at the club? What does that have to do with Barcelona's? If he wanted the Barcelona move, he would not have signed a contract that keeps him at Bilbao for a fucking another decade. It doesn't make any sense. You're telling me that Barcelona, even though I just talked about how the rules usually get bent for them, one thing that we got to give that club credit for is that they always find a way to get things done. Whether they got to do something illegal or not, Barcelona find a way to bring their players in and to register them. So if he wanted the Barca move, why is it that he signed this long-term deal? Doesn't really make any sense, does it? Now, we know that Fabrizio Romano does a lot of PR for Barca, so I get it. Now, I think Nico Williams, even though I don't rate this player, I believe that he's made a massive mistake. I'm be real. Barcelona are a much bigger club than Bilbao. And I know that, he's from that part of Spain. His brother plays for them. They've also won the Copa del Rey a season ago, and that's a big accomplishment for them. The Copa del Rey is a massive trophy, right? And they were able to deliver that. And I thought he should have left last summer. I thought he should have left this summer. Going to Barcelona just made so much sense. We know that him and Lamine Yamal, they do have good chemistry. We see it for Spain. And if he would have went to Barcelona, he would have been playing with better players, and he would have been playing with a lot of his Spanish teammates, right? Like I said, Lamine Yamal. You also have Pedri, Alejandro Balde, Paul Cubarsí, Dani Olmo. He would have been joining the team that dominated Spain last season, right? That won the domestic treble, that beat Real Madrid. They got Hansi Flick. I thought this would have been a good move for him, even though I don't rate him as a player. Right? Like Nico Williams possibly joining Barcelona never worried me as a Real Madrid fan. But the fact that he's made the decision to stay, it tells me that he cares about becoming a Bilbao legend. I don't think he's going to leave this club anytime soon. And even though we're laughing at Barcelona, they were not the only team that got rejected, right? Because we know that Bayern were in for him as well. On top of Premier League clubs, they wanted to sign this player too. But it was made very clear that Barcelona were the only team that he wanted to go to. So all these reporters, all these tier 1 sources, they didn't get it right. Now, I got this report here from this ITK on Twitter that usually gets things right. And he says that Nico Williams has signed a new 10-year contract with Bilbao until June 2035, rejecting a move to Barcelona, Bayern, and the Premier League. It's official. Nico Williams decided to accept Bilbao's contract renewal yesterday, and after talking to his family and brother, Iñaki Williams, he decided to stay. Iñaki Williams is probably the only reason that he remains at Bilbao. Like, playing with your brother, first team football, while also getting called up for Spain. I mean, he is kind of like, that's probably something that means a lot to him, clearly. Going on to say, Barcelona had a total agreement with Nico Williams and his camp over a 6-year contract until June 2031, and were ready to trigger the $58 million release clause today to complete the deal. However, Nico decided to change his mind and renew with Bilbao. Bayern Munich, the Premier League clubs, including Arsenal and Chelsea, were also interested, but Nico is staying at Bilbao. Nico Williams, 2035, confirmed. Now, the last report said that Barcelona will never go for Nico Williams again. The door is closed forever. And I swear that they told us this last summer. So how are we finding ourselves in this predicament once again, Barcelona? This is embarrassing as fuck. Like, I know that some people are going to get in the comment section and bring up Mbappe and how, because let's be real. Mbappe, we were chasing him for a few years. But Mbappe is a world-class player. Nico Williams is mid. So, I mean, like, the levels are not the same. The man used you twice to get a new deal. And for Bilbao, this is a huge dub because losing Nico Williams for only 58 million euros would have been a massive L. Considering how inflated the transfer market is, this is a guy that should be going for around 70, at least 80 million, right? Because even though I don't rate him, he's young, and teams, they some way, somehow think that he's valuable. So they could have gotten a lot more money for him. But I just don't think this guy is going to be leaving Bilbao. I think clubs need to leave Nico Williams alone. They must have offered him an absolute fucking bag. A lot of people got to realize, Bilbao do not sign players that are not from that region of Spain. So they have a lot of money that they can offer their star players to stay. They must have threw this man a bet. He has to be the highest paid player at the club. And Nico Williams, as far as I'm concerned, he's a Bilbao legend. This man should be getting a mural painted for him. The guy rejected Barcelona twice to remain at your club. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are saying. Nico Williams, not a good player like that in my opinion. I think Barca dodged a bullet, but you guys are going to get cooked for how you were twerking for this player. You guys were moving like Meg Thee Stallion. It was looking like a Lotto or Ice Spice video. You guys got to hold that. It is what it is. I think if you look at his qualities, he's a very direct player, right? He's very quick. He's a decent dribbler, but in the final third, he's shit. The guy can't shoot. The guy's decision-making is awful. The guy is just not a clinical player. Maybe he could have improved at Barcelona under Hansi Flick, but guess what? We'll never know. Ha! Let me know what you guys are saying. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those post notifications. And Barca fans, you can hold that.